Andrew here from Underground Training, and in today's mining industry news for new starters, we're going to give a shout out to somebody that got a job. We're going to look at the new high in the gold price. We're going to have a look at how BHP is consolidating their projects and how Iluka is shutting a mine north of Perth that's going to put a lot of experienced surface workers on the market. But first, I just want to give a shout out to Lisa, who got herself a job, a 2-and-2 job in and out of Townsville. Well done, Lisa. She did our work ready package a few months ago, and she's worked really hard, got her mining knowledge up to speed, and got her dream roster that she was after. So well done, Lisa, on the job. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it and have some great time off with that roster. But next, I just want to give a shout out to Missy Moo from the Word in the Pit Mining. If you're looking for more in-depth mining news, I can't recommend Word in the Pit enough. Missy covers everything that's going on in the industry, whereas my news program is more about dealing stuff with new starters and working on that. Missy covers everything. So if you want to know more about the industry, check out the Word in the Pit Facebook page. Okay, so let's have a look at the gold price. The gold price has surged a bit. It's up to $3,600 US an ounce, which is a record price, and it cracked through $5,500 Australian an ounce. And at that price, all the mines around the country, so this is all the gold and copper mines that are looking for people all around the country at the moment, they all need people. And you only have to type underground into Seek to see all the jobs come up. And you can scroll through them yourself and have a look at where they all are and start applying for them using the training. But let's jump over and have a look at what's going on with BHP. We looked at this story a couple of weeks ago, and it looked like they were having an earnings slide, so now they've started to consolidate their projects. And this is what a lot of the big companies do when they see a bit of a downturn happening in some areas of their industry. So at the moment, BHP has got a really strong copper division, but its coal mine and the iron ore side of things is not iffy, but it's just got some cost pressures on it. So they're looking to rationalise what they're doing, and one of the things that they do is that they get rid of some of the projects that they don't think is going to work that well. So the renewable energy is going to be one of the ones that go, and like I said before, we looked at this one before where they were going to look at rationalising a few things with their coal mines, and also they were going to look at what they were going to do with the high turnover of their staff at their copper mines in South Australia. So that's what BHP are up to. Next, let's move on to Iluka and their plans to shut their mine north of Perth. Now, this is really why I started doing this news, because this news really directly affects new starters. Because unfortunately, due to the shutdown, what's going to happen is that they're going to have 150 to 200 experienced surface operators on the market in the next couple of months. And what's that going to do to your surface entry-level job? It's going to completely kill it if it isn't already dead. And this is one of the things that you need to understand when you're looking for a mining job. You've got to go where the employers need new starters, and you've got to give them what they want, somebody that knows how their mine works. At the moment, there's a huge oversupply of surface experienced operators in civil and mining production. There's just a lot of people around with a lot of experience, unfortunately. With what's happened in the industry, with a downturn in lithium and nickel, a lot of these mines are being put into care and maintenance, just like this mineral sands mine is going to be put into care and maintenance. So if you're trying to get a job, the best place to get a job at the moment is in the underground space in the gold and copper mines around the country. So that's where you need to be looking for people. Now, the next thing I just wanted to talk about too is why it's not a normal job. So why do the miners get paid so much money? And I want to go back to an old blog that I wrote a couple of years ago now. So the money's gone up significantly. So instead of $5,000 to $7,000 a metre, they're probably charging between $8,000 and $12,000 a metre now. But you'll get the point with what I'm trying to get at with the jobs. So if you take the twin boom jumbo operator job as an example, the reason that these people get paid so much is because of what they do, and if you don't keep up to speed, then there's a good chance that you won't keep in the job. Now, a jumbo will normally have 5 metre steels on it, and you never get the whole 5 metres when you advance, so it depends on how straight the holes are that the jumbo operator drills to how much you get advance. A good jumbo operator will pull 4.6 meters out of the 5 meters, while a bad one might only get 4.1. Now what's the difference in half a meter? There's a lot of difference in half a meter, especially when you're charging $5,000 to $7,000 a meter, or like I said, $8,000 to $12,000 a meter. So half a meter might cost you $6,000, and if you're supposed to get 2 cuts per shift, so you're timesing that by 2 shifts, and then you're timesing that by 7 shifts in a row, you end up with a really big number from one person to another. So that's why these jobs are performance based. The same thing goes with the underground loader. I had a cross shift. He could only get half buckets. That's just the way he bogged. So if he was filling up the stope, it would take 60 buckets to fill the stope. I'd come in and whack 30 buckets in there and it'd be full. It just is what it is. If you're only getting a half a bucket, it's going to take you twice as long to do the job. It's all performance based, these jobs. Never let anybody forget it. If you're going to treat this job like a normal council job or a normal job that you're going to have in the city, then you're not going to advance, or worse, you're going to get chewed up and spat out. These jobs are performance-based jobs where you've got to have a go and you've got to be active and trying your best all the time if you want to advance. And there's lots of these jobs all around the country. Like I said, you can see the map here of Australia with all the gold and copper mines on it around the country. Everybody's having to hire new starters at the moment. Nobody wants to, but everybody's got to, because they need bums in seats. All the entry-level truck driving jobs that are around at the moment, even the experienced truck driving jobs, they can't get experienced people, because anybody with 12 months truck driving experience, they're not looking for another truck driving job. They don't want to go sideways. They want to advance. They want to move up the ladder. So they want a service crew or a pace crew job, or even a charge-up job, something better. So that's what everybody's after, and that's what you need to understand about these jobs. You can use our training. The DIY package has got all the information in it that you need to educate yourself, so you can actually hold a conversation with the foreman in the interview. That's the secret to getting one of these underground jobs. When they work out, you know how it all works, and all they have to do is teach you how to drive their truck their way. That's what gets you the job, because it means that they can get you up to speed in a couple of swings instead of 2 to 3 months. Everybody's looking for an easy win. Use the training to make yourself an easy win, and then go and get yourself one of the many jobs that are around there. And there's lots of jobs all around the country. And you, like I said, you just type underground into Seek and just flick through them, and you'll see that they're everywhere. And there's the just normal truck driving jobs, there's entry level ones, nipper job, pace crew. It's just all there to be had. And this is where you're going to find your entry-level job. I'm not sure about how people expect you to find an entry-level job on the surface when there's so many experienced people, or in shutdown work or utility work where there's so many experienced people. It's just, yeah, it is what it is. There's one place in the industry at the moment where they actually need people, and that's on gold and copper mines and everything associated with that. So that's your underground gold mines that need people. It's the exploration on the surface that needs offsiders, but it's all to do with gold and copper. If you're not looking at the gold and copper mines for the basis of your job in the mining industry at the moment, then you're probably wasting your time, because you've got a lot of experienced people chasing jobs in those other areas. So I hope you found that information helpful. If you want to talk to somebody that knows how it all works, the phone number's at the end of the video. You can check out the training at undergroundtraining.com.au, and if you want to send any questions in, please send them through. I'm more than happy to answer them. And like I said, if you want to talk to somebody that knows how it works, the phone number's at the end of the video.